Hey everyone, it's been a long time. So as you can see, I'm back in France because I was too cold in Turkey and I don't like being cold. So I decided to come back to France, spend some time here and come back after probably in spring to finish the trip until Montenegro, a place I really want to see. So today I'm going to tell you about what I was carrying with me on my bike, on each bags I had. I had Bastagear bags, I had some other brand bags, and I bought some new bags during the way. So I'm going to tell you everything about this. So that's the bike I was riding. Let's take a look. The bike is a prototype. It's my prototype with Honza Fojtík. This is a touring model, and there is also a gravel model. It's called Jena. On which one we had some Bastagear. It's a Czech brand. They do really good product. Bastagear saddlebag, the Framebag, handlebar bag, one extra front bag also, in which one I put food. And there on the rack you've got the Itiwit dry bag from Decathlon, 10 liters, and here 5 liters on the fork. There is also the handlebar bags from Btwin also, and also one frame bag that I turned upside down and put on front. The Toolbox from Decathlon too. I was working in Decathlon. And here are some bottles in steel from Elite. And so yeah, that's it. That's the bike I was riding, and I loved it. First of all, how was I dressed? So I had the ribbon jacket that I bought some time ago. I have a merino shirt, which is pretty good. I have hiking trousers I bought from Decathlon. I was working in Decathlon before, that's why I have lots of clothes from them. And my shoes were the Shimano shoes, plus I had some socks and underwear for sport. And my helmet, I bought a new helmet for the trip, which is a Casque Mojito, super light, super good, good looking too, fit with my bike colors. During the way I also bought a jacket from Decathlon because it was quite hard to find some shops that was selling sport products, especially in small towns. So when I arrived in Antalya, I had problem with the rain, so I bought a jacket. It's up to 15 millimeters of rain, and I also bought trousers at the same time. I'm going to show you after. And I have a merino hat because, as you see, I'm a bit bald head. So I bought a hat that I put under the helmet when it's cold, and I also have a cap from Bastagear when it's warmer that I put under the helmet, so it keeps my head a bit warmer. Now let's talk about the Bastagear bags. So first of all, here on my saddlebag, on top I usually have my sandals, because as you saw I usually wear the sandal, and usually it was a bit cold, so with socks, German style, sandal and socks. These sandals I bought them during my first trip when I went from France to the Czech Republic, and it's casual, it's super basic, it's quite good. It's a little bit broken here I think, a little, but it still holds I think, so pretty happy about it. I used it under the rain also because I had waterproof socks, and super good. On top of it, I also used I was used to put my glasses that are super cheap, that I never used. So probably I will never take glasses again because it's quite annoying to put there. Then, in my Bastagear saddlebag, I have this. I don't know how to say it in English, but chemise in French. Yes, this. Then another. I had to usually put everything into plastic bags to keep it dry, to keep it dry from the rain. I had this kind of jacket, you know, that you fold into the pocket, and it's not made of feathers. It's made of what? I don't know in English. It's like some plastic things, and it's super good. You should not ride with this because it gets wet easily and it doesn't breathe. But when you're cold after riding, take this. It keeps you warmer. Doesn't take so much place and super good. I also bought this in Izmir that I never used, and it's from Pearl Izumi, and it's some kind of super tiny jacket that you can put in the back of your bike jacket, and it's when you ride downhill after going uphill when you're cold, so it keeps you warm from the wind. This, then the dry bag. I have socks, 3 pairs of socks for riding, one a bit thicker than the other, so when it's cold I have it. Underwears, like same kind as the one I have on me, so for sport, super tiny. And the good thing with all the equipment I have is that it dries super fast, and you don't want to have wet things with you, so you need something that dries fast when you clean it. So I had 3. Actually here it's 4 with the one I have. It's just one I had when I came back because I thought that 4 would be better than 3, because I was cleaning it in the evening and it was dry in the morning, so I could wear it again. So hand cleaning, you know. Some other trousers, so 2 trousers. This one is from Decathlon also. It's the one with the dip, so you can, it's like you can have short trousers and long trousers. But this one is super used. I bought it also for my first travel. It's really used. I need to change it probably. I have this also, some legging you can put under to keep warm. It's from Force. It's from my friend Honza Fojtík, with who I'm creating the brand Jena, because he is distributing the brand Force, which is a Czech brand. And I have this short trousers, super light also, from Decathlon too. Never used it because it wasn't warm enough to use it. So this is all for things from the bottom, so socks, trousers, underwear. Another dry bag, in which one I put one normal shirt, not a technical product, just normal shirt. Also from Decathlon. I'm sorry, I have so many things from Decathlon for the people who don't like it. But yeah. Another technical product from Decathlon too. It's for biking. It's a bit longer on the rear. You don't see it here, but it's a bit longer on the rear than on front. So it keeps your back on the low part covered, so you don't get a cold. This, I have the sleeves, that when you have a t-shirt and you don't want to put a long sleeve shirt, you can just put the sleeves. Never used it. Another merino shirt, same as this one, another color, and this one is from the first trip I did. And I also bought this in Izmir, never used, and it's super fancy, I like it. So it's a shirt, so you can cycle with it. It's a technical product and it fits with my bike color somehow, orange. So that's might be the only thing. Checking it, nothing else. Just you need another plastic bag to put your dirty clothes inside, and that's it. Next, gonna be what I've got on my fork. These bags, as you see, it's Itiwit from Decathlon. I bought it when I arrived in Izmir also, so I almost never used it. I have the, you will see, the holder is from Topeak, so it's fork holder, and actually I would have liked to have it before, because it's super useful and it's extra storage. As you can see, I'm traveling pretty light, and this is super good because it's waterproof. But the clipping is not the best because you have 3 things, and to close it sometime when you have air inside it's quite hard. But yeah, and inside this one I have all my sleeping gears, almost, except the sleeping bag, which is in my handlebar bag. This is a poncho. I never used it on me, but I usually unfold it and I put it under my mattress, so it keeps my mattress kind of dry from the wet floor. It could happen sometimes. So this is super interesting to have it. And in this I have, as you can see here, this is from Lidl, and it's super good. It's crazy that I bought this to try, and it's super light, super good. So it's my mattress. You just inflate it. It's like a swimming pool mattress, you know. But it's 500 grams. It's super small, and even inside I have my pillow because I like to sleep well, and I slept well on this. And I have my pillow, inflatable pillow, super small. So sleeping gear, and what you absolutely need is this. This is we call it a mid bag. So it's a kind of sleeping bag that you put inside sleeping bag to protect your sleeping bag from your sweat, and also it keeps you warmer. And this one is super good because it's extensible. And I got it from a Turkish guy who had it, like he cleaned it for me, and he gave it, he sold it to me because I couldn't find any in Turkey. So I have this, and I'm super happy about it, and it's orange. I like orange. And also, I'm a bald head guy, so I'm covering my neck here and my head with this. Oh, this is from Le Cyclo, it's quite old too. And my head. So when I'm sleeping I look like nothing, but I'm warm because I don't like being cold, as you know. And do it like this. And you're protected. So I remember the night when I got so cold, I was like this, and the sleeping bag here, or here to my mouth, and I was trying to be as warm as possible. So yeah, sleeping gear, and might not show you, but inside my handlebar bag I have a dry bag, like the orange one I show you, and inside I've got the sleeping bag. Actually, the sleeping bags I had, one I give it away because it was not warm enough. I bought another in Decathlon that was -5 with feathers from birds, and I had problem with feathers that were like escaping the sleeping bag, so I had to bring it back there, and now I just have one sleeping bag just to show that inside there is a sleeping bag. So you've got the sleeping bag into some 10 liters dry bag. This one is 5 liters. So that's my sleeping gear, super light. See, it all fits inside this plus the front bag. Next, here, this was a bit shit because it was like wobbly a lot, and during the way I made from a bottle cage, because I have some mount here, so I can screw a bottle cage that I cut somehow, and I put it, it's not there, but I will put it back, and it was less wobbly, but this was only at the end. Inside that bag, that is usually a frame bag that you put it here, but I turned it upside down and put it here. And I have repellent given by Hector, the Scottish guy I was riding with, because he had too many things, so he gave me things. I didn't take so many things, just this. Plus a book I didn't read. Extra plastic bag, always useful. I have some like hunting cover, waterproof cover. I won't like unfold it totally, but yeah, this I usually put it under me when I'm like hunting, you know, like taking the dinner or something, so it keeps my butt dry. And also I put it under my tent, so it keeps my tent dry from the wet floor, because you don't want to carry some equipment that got wet, especially tents. It cost a lot of money, so I was protecting it with this. And one last thing I have in this bag is torched front light, and this is also from Decathlon. It's USB charging, and you've got red, white and white. The good thing with it is I usually turn it like this, and I put it like this on my bag, and it was red so people could see me, even though I have one light here, but I was scared that it was covered and not too visible, so I had extra light here. And I also borrowed this light to Hector because he didn't have any light, so he could have a front light on his head when he was riding by night. And that's it for this small bag. Oh, now it's going to be a mess because in this bag, a lot of things, heavy things usually. I'll start with my lock, basic lock from Decathlon. I didn't want to take something too big because you don't want to carry something too big. You want something quite long enough if you want to attach your bike to a tree or something, if the tree is a bit large. And this is so good. This I got it from Decathlon when I was working there in the Czech Republic, and I don't know, we had some meeting and they gave us a few things. And they gave us this, which is a backpack that is foldable. It's 10 liters, so it's as big as the dry bag that contained my sleeping bag. And it's so good because my bike is quite light, as I told you, and sometimes you're carrying extra things, let's say food or whatever, so you need something to carry things. You don't want to carry a backpack. I had a backpack at first for the first week, I think, and it was not so good because my back got wet and get cold then. So having this for like in the evening when you go to the supermarket, you buy something, put everything in there, you eat it in the evening, in the morning, you fold it back, put it in your... I usually put it inside my lock, and my lock like this in the bike and in the bag, and it was perfect. Then I have few things, you know, that could like help me if I have problem. This, like in case I need to clean some part of my bike, some hook, some screws, some, I don't know how to call this in English, you know, serflex, some wire, few things in case something breaks, even some wire for fixing clothes. So yeah, and some rubber also. This in there. Oh yeah. I have my also in plastic bags always, but I have all things that could be useful. Solar cream. How do they call it in English? Emergency blanket in case you're getting super cold or you have a crash or whatever and you need to stay warm. Some patches in case I hurt myself. Scissors from hotel. Some soap. Yeah, tiger balm because you never know. Masks. Condoms because you never know. My toothbrush was not there, by the way. It was always in my jacket, not this one, but the other one, because you don't want to put out things to brush your teeth. Nail cutter, the plier for hair, you know, or if you have some stick in your finger. And yeah, that's it. You need this. I didn't use much things of this, like not the emergency things, but the rest yes, and it's useful. Almost last thing. I have a book here on which one I started writing things, but you know, like day 1, blah blah blah. And I stopped at day 8 because day 8 I arrived in Antalya, met people, and I stopped writing this because I'm more about the guy from action. So when I'm writing on the book, because I'm bored, so when I'm with people I'm not bored. And with this I have my solar panel, so which is a power bank, so it can recharge from the sun. So you put it on the bike, on front usually, like this. Hook it with the rubber here, with the toggle, and you can recharge your phone. Use it a few times, but in Turkey you've got places to recharge your phone quite everywhere, and you've got markets in every village almost. So yeah, no big use of this finally, and it's 20,000 how do they say it? MAH, which is not too big. I had a friend carrying 40,000, which is useless, I guess, because in Turkey, if you are not like in a desert area, you don't need it. So yeah, and last things, because it's too big to be anywhere else, I have few spokes for my wheels, and a pump. Basic pump from Decathlon, not so basic because it's aluminum body. You can put auto valve and small valve, and the good thing with it is you can pump your bike, pump your tires up to 6 bars, which is enough for touring bike. Yep, pretty good bag, really happy. Hook here, 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 and there, and here I was like mounting my inner tube, because the bag was a bit smaller than my frame, so I had place to put my inner tube here. Pretty happy about that bag. This is the next step. The other bag, the other 5-liter dry bag, I put it out. It is quite simple to remove. The problem with bikepacking usually is that things are annoying to remove from the bike, and this is quite easy finally with the Topeak holder. And yeah, so in this one I usually put my gears, like things you need in case of you're cold, you need to shower. So I have like super small blanket, not blanket. It's not a blanket, it's towel. It's super small, but you don't need too big. Actually, it's such a mess here now. There are things everywhere on the floor. I will show you after how much things I'm carrying. Oh yeah, best thing of the trip. Thank you, Bastien, my former colleague from Easy Cycle. He gave me this, which are waterproof socks. It's super big. I'll show you because you saw me with it. So waterproof socks, best thing ever. It keeps you warm, it keeps you dry, and yeah, I don't know, it's so good. And you can wear your sandal with it. Because I didn't try in my Shimano SPD shoes, but yeah, this was super good. I'm so happy he gave it to me. So happy. So this, then I have my trousers, rain trousers, and you can fold it inside the pocket also. And this is up to 10,000 millimeters. It's from Decathlon also, and it's from hiking department, not bicycle department. I don't know. I usually take hiking things and not bicycle things. I don't know. It was okay. It was good. It was better than the one I had before. This one I bought it in Antalya, same time as a jacket. Oh yeah, this Beep short. It's also from Decathlon, from my first trip. It's the orange one, which is the middle range, not the high range. This was okay. I don't know, I have to reset my saddle and way I ride bike, because I had a bit of pain in that part. So I will see how I'm gonna do. I have a new saddle, I will show you after. Gloves, Van Rysel also. It's like, is it winter? I don't know. Might be winter. like middle season, I don't know. But yeah, it was good until the end. At the end I started being cold with this. And when I came back to Switzerland I was cold with this. Yeah, I would put it now, it's better. Yeah, you saw me with this, you're used to me. You used to see me with that hat. So that's the Bruno Bastagear hat. Bruno is the place where I spend lots of time. I was working there and living there, so. This, as I showed you before, for the neck, I have same for riding, because I don't want to wear same clothes for riding and for sleeping, you know. Yeah, I heard from a girl from Iran that French people are dirty. I try not being too dirty, so yeah, not the same clothes for sleeping than for riding. Yeah, other hats, you saw me once with it only, and yeah, I will keep this one now. This is also from Decathlon and it's super light, as you saw, just fold it back inside the pocket, like this, and that's it. Super light, super small, and it protects your bald head from the sun, because when you don't have hair like me, you get easily an insolation, so get dizzy after from the sun, which is a bit annoying, which I don't want to have. So protecting my head. Yes, such a mess here. Next part is going to be, I don't know, yeah, this one, this part. Okay, now this. I don't want that. This is a problem because it's too full that when I have to take, it's a toolbox. When I have to take a tool inside, I'm like, no. Everything is already falling. Okay, I have a few patches. Okay. I don't really want to do it right now, but I have some gloves because I don't want to have too dirty hands when you're traveling, you know. It's not like working, you don't want to be dirty. Yeah, tool, I think it's from, I don't know from who it is. I just bought it before, so I have almost everything on it. It's okay. I have this, never used it. It's Loctite to block the bolt from getting unscrewed. Here, oh my god, there's a hole in the bag. I have pads, I have hanger, derailleur hanger in case I break it, and a few screws, part of chain, things for my brake, because I have like tabs that you put directly on the frame, so in case something is wrong, one extra, it doesn't weigh much. The glue for the patches in case of puncture, some oil for my chain. You need it like every week, I think. When you're doing 1,000 a week, no, not 1,000 a week. How much a week? I don't know. Yeah, 400, 300 a week, I would say. I don't know. I did 1,400 in 3 weeks, so 14 divided by 3 is like, that's more than 400 a week, yes. This is super heavy, but might be useful. I used, for example, this to cut my bottle cage to transform it into a holder for that bag. So I used this. This I used it also. I have a friend with this also, and a few other things. You've got a knife here. I think it's heavy. I think it takes some place, but I think it can save you. So I took it. I have also, as you can see, some nipples for my spokes. I'm looking forward to tidy everything after. Brakes, one for gear, one for brakes. Okay, what do I say? Cable, one for gear, one for brakes. I have some grease here in a plastic bag. I want to have it flat, you know, so easy. And what's the name in English for this? I don't know the name. I don't remember the name. Give me the... I don't know. Yeah. Inside this, yes. Also some cable ends, you know. So yeah, screws. It should not be there. It should be in the other bag. But yeah. Such a mess. Okay, next part. Sooner, just after. Now, what's on front? What is on front? Yes, those bags. Those little black bags here. Love them. I won't put them out because they are holding the front bag also. But I had my electronics there. So in a plastic bag still, and next to it I had this. So I had my tripod for my camera, because inside I have a camera. But before the camera I have my phone, which is also MP3, and inside I put my French SIM card, but in plane mode. But in case of problem I have extra phone. You know, you lose your phone, you have extra phone that I use as MP3. Long autonomy, like 2 days riding with music, maybe 3, I don't know. Super good. Speaker. This speaker, for the size of it, it's fucking good. It's fucking good. It's what is the brand? It's the same as my phone. Is Xiaomi. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. And this is quite nice, you know. You don't need anything big, so small speaker. And the camera I bought for the trip. I will post later some pictures. I think the video was super nice. I think the pictures, because it's a compact camera, could be better. But yeah, a bit scratched lens screen. Yeah, as you can see, my setup here. It's my bottle holding my phone. Okay, it has a super big zoom, 300, no, not 300, 30 by 30, so you can zoom super far and see things you cannot see with your eyes, which is good. And I paid it like 200 euros, so I didn't want to record everything with my phone, but I finally did. I stopped using the camera after half of the trip because I had to put it out and my phone was always out. So, but maybe I will have a next setup, which is going to be a little bit different. So probably, maybe I will set the camera to a holder so I can record while I'm riding, because there is good stabilization. But yeah, I like that camera. Not the best for dark pictures or video, but during the day it was okay. So only this in that bag. The next bag, in a plastic bag, just cables. So I had like 3 things like this. 2 cables, 1 USB-C for my phone and 2 USB normal for recharging my camera, recharging my torch lights, the phone also. And I had extra memory card, so 1 SD for the camera and 1 micro SD for the phone, 64 gigabyte. And I had 2 external battery because I had another phone like this one, so I took the battery from it, so I have an external battery in case one day I have no more battery on my thing there, power bank, no electricity around, and I want to listen to some music, nothing, no battery nowhere. I have this, so external extra battery. And same for the camera that I bought when I bought the camera, external battery for it. extra battery. It's morning. It's Monday. I'm tired. And that's it. That's it. So yeah, that bag into that bag. It's always a bag into a bag. Whatever. Okay. Next. Alright, we're coming to the end. Here I have a bag from Bastagear and I use it for food. I'll show you. Quite easy to remove. Also, I really like that bag. It's a bag with 2 pockets on the side. Here I used to put my lipstick because, as you saw, during winter I have a hole here. So this other thing I never used, like energy things, but never used it. And inside I always had 1 knife, 1 spoon. By the way, that knife, I found it on the road, so I kept it. It's my souvenir. I'm not a souvenir guy, and this is my only souvenir from Turkey, I think. That is really Turkish, because the Decathlon is not so Turkish. This might be Turkish somehow, I don't know. Is it written in Turkish? I don't know. I have no idea, but yeah, on the road. And yeah, this bag was, I used to put food, so it's big enough to put like a can here of like whatever, and usually some kind of hummus or something, you know, plastic box, it fits in there. I also could put the flatbread, you know, like tortilla, roll it, put it inside, and more things. And it was super good for food, big enough for the food you need. Not the drinks, but the food. Good. And here, that might be the end because I won't remove what is there. Here is just my sleeping bag inside a dry bag like this one, but 10 liters. So in a 10 liters dry bag like this one, I have here my tent, which is, I'm having a super big tent. It's not so heavy for a tent. It's 2.6 kilogram, but it's 3 persons, and it's from Decathlon too. It's like how do they call it? I might tell you right now because I have this. Yes, this is my tent. Quick hiker, ultralight, 3 person, 2.6 kilogram. And it's too big for me because I'm not a big guy. I'm like 173 and I'm not too fat. But yes, I like to be comfortable in my tent, and maybe I will go for something smaller if I go again during winter. But if I go during summer, I might take hammock inside, hammock for those who don't speak English so much. Because it's super light hammock and you can sleep well. If you have the net, you know, to protect you from the insects, I think it's good. So yeah, I had a big tent. And inside this one I have also a dry bag that protects my sleeping bag. And my sleeping bag was like, the first one was till 0 degree, and comfort was like 5 degree, and the other comfort was -5. So every time you go lower in term of comfort, your sleeping bag gets bigger. So it's one of the things that is the biggest that you have to carry with your tent, with my tent that is big. So that's it. And now look at the mess. Alright, so setup, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Now you know more. Now you can do it also, because when you don't know how to do, you're like, I don't know how is he doing, you know, what has he got on his bike, and how can I travel like him? Now you know, just like this. And I was so light compared to people, really. Maybe for you it's a lot of things, but I think there are things I could get rid of, you know, even to be lighter. But my friend Hector, he left Scotland, and he just like took everything he could and put it on the bike, you know, and he had drone. He had like one camera, lenses. He had coins from so many countries. It was so heavy. He had like 2 hammock, 2 tents. The clothes he had were probably not appropriated and probably heavy. So yeah, I try to be light as possible, but still having necessary things, you know. Like things like this, maybe I don't need it. This, maybe I don't need it. I have maybe too much jacket. It's like 1, 2, 3, plus 4, but it's light. I don't know. Let me know. One last thing I wanted to tell you about. First thing was this. This was a bottle cage that I cut here, and that I could mount here, because I have two hubs to put screw, so I could put it here, and then the bag was less wobbly. So a homemade thing that worked really good. I wanted to tell you about things that I sent back to my parents, because after 1 week I realized I wasn't using things, or things were not so appropriate, so I sent back. First of all was a seat. I had Brooke, the C17 seat, and I had pain on my bones here, because probably I should use the C15, I think, which is more narrow, so I had pain in my bones. I sent it back, and I bought this seat in Decathlon because I couldn't find any like good shop who could sell products. So I tried that seat because I had almost the same before and it was quite okay. But finally I didn't have pain in my bones anymore, but I started having pain in my pelvis. So I'll show you. But when I arrived to my friend Honza Fojtík in the Czech Republic in Brno, I bought that San Marco seat. But I almost didn't try it. I didn't try it at all, even. I put it on the bike, just back in France, so... Yeah. Meat bag that I had before that was broken, so that's why I have the orange one now. These are my first waterproof gear, like jacket and trousers, but it was not breathable and not so good, so I decided to buy proper things and send it back to my parents. The box, I think it was 10 euro per kilogram. I had 3 kilograms, so I paid a bit more than 30 euro. This is my backpack I got from Decathlon Czech Republic when I was working there. I had it on my bag with all my sleeping gear inside, and I realized it was not the best. People told me, man, you're crazy, don't travel with a backpack. So I tried to listen to them because I don't know everything, and I try to fit everything on my bike and send back few things to my parents. So no more backpack, and in the future neither. I had this external thing for water that I didn't use because, you know, sometimes just buy 1.5 bottle, 1.5 liter little bottle, just like, I don't know, put it on the front with the rubber of your bag, and it's enough for the evening, you know. And I didn't also, because I sent back this. I didn't use anything for cooking. Oh my god, I didn't open it since. So I had this that was not technical, so I sent it back, and I had a few things, you know, like the knife I had before I found the other, buzzle, the stove. So I didn't use it, so I sent it back. Because in Turkey you can eat everywhere, it's super cheap, so there's no need to have this, in my opinion. Even tea. I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, and there's tea everywhere, so no, it's not needed. Maybe this would be needed, maybe, but I sent it back. And probably few things, yeah, mainly this jacket I had before, that is not waterproof actually, but it's water repellent, and I like it a lot, this jacket, but when it was raining it was useless, so instead of having 2 jackets for, yeah, 1 jacket like this plus the rain jacket, I just bought this jacket, so from 2 jackets I replaced it with only 1. almost the same, but this one is really waterproof, and this one isn't. So that's it. You know, when you travel, you need to readjust the things and rethink the way your setup is made. So this is what I did, and this is what I'm going to do for the next trip, because I think from today maybe, because I really wanted to do that video, show you how it was, and this afternoon probably, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe in the next days, I will set up my bike differently, because I have some other equipment, some other idea of how to do, so I might also show it to you. But yeah, I want to change a few things, because a few things I didn't like. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and let's meet on the road if you want. Bye bye.